want us to start the meeting the other way around. We start with the Q&A, then we finalize with speeches, so that then I have an opportunity to respond to issues. Do you mind if I just conducted the question straight, so that we save time? Do you have a mic? Yes. Yes.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Consolata Wawero, a woman representative aspirant in Laikipia County. And I must say, aside from being an aspiring politician and a leader, I am also a passionate educator. This year, I worked with Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, and you know they are involved in awarding scholarships to needy children. And I worked closely with various education sub-county offices in the country, and we have ICT officers who are deployed. They are in internship session. Wanaitwa Digital Literacy Program Cohort 4. Their internship is ending on October. And we had a conversation with them, and I saw the work they are doing. These people are responsible for collecting data, and this data is being used by the ministry. It should be used by the ministry to make informed decisions. And also, you know, the CBC curriculum has some ICT elements, and these people are training teachers, and these people are begging every person of goodwill, and because they are interns, they are fellow young people, they are people who completed campus 2 years ago, 1 year ago, wanaomba hizo positions retained. Why? Because Kenya will not only pay them salaries, they are contributing positively to the country. They are contributing positively to the future of this education. And I must agree, Daktari, that this administration is a threat to the future of this country, to the future of our children. You can imagine, Daktari, I saw the applications. Thousands of children in Laikipia applied. And you know, in Laikipia West Sub-County, we only picked 10. Yet, we had over 500 applications. I believe that when you get to presidency, when you become the president, and I believe that you be, please make education free. From nursery to university, it is possible, and I believe it is doable. Kwa sababu hii maneno ya scholarship, huyu anapeana pale, haiwezi tosha. Lastly, I must commend Angel Mbuthia. Let us clap for her. She's doing a good job. Asante sana, Daktari, and may the Lord bless you. Thank you.
Consolata, you know, free education is our mantra. It is Jubilee. I have given this example several times. President Mwai Kibaki started free primary education. 1 million kids walk to school. I've given this example before. In fact, on that year, when President Clinton was being interviewed and he was asked, who would you like to meet and who has really influenced you this year? President Clinton said, I would like to meet the new president of Kenya, who has introduced free education and 1 million kids have walked to school. That was Mwai Kibaki. By the time Uhuru was becoming president, Kibaki's kids had gone to secondary school. That's why, as government, as Jubilee government, we poured resources into transition, free-day secondary education, ensuring that education is the only equalizer. And if you don't provide that opportunity, there is no way you are going to develop the country in an equitable manner. Now, the kind of stories you hear here, they can even make a dog cry. We have enough money to bribe people around, but we don't have money to go to school. You know, we have money to collect all manner of charlatans around and pay them to clap for us, and we don't have money to pay in school. These fellows, their priorities are upside down. That's why we are seeking leadership. And tell the people of Kenya, if you want that free day secondary education, if you want free education, I mean, who can do that better than Jubilee? Who has done it? It is us who have done it. Thank you very much. I want one by one. I know there are so many questions. Let's go. Yes, your way.
Yeah.
And be brief so that we can take more. Just ask the question directly.
Yeah. So my name is Philip Mionki from Mount Kenya University. We wanted to ask Jubilee. We have an event on the 16th and 17th of May. Kindly, it is a continuous voters sensitization, because we were told to go kadi, then tukachukua kadi, then what next after that? So guys, I want to urge you, all of you, to attend that event on the 16th and 17th, so that after tumechukua kadi, then we can be taught about good governance and we can know where the problem is. Shida iko wapi? Tunafaa tuambiwe, and we need you guys, all of you, all of the youths. It is open to all youths. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We support each other, and now these days communication is very easy. You know, by the way, it's very simple. You can also organize a process where, like now in these regional youth caucuses, where you move around in groups. You can tell each other, we are like 5 aspirants. Now, in the Mount Kenya Regional Caucus, we are going to support our candidate in Muranga. We can lead tunaenda kwa candidate wetu wa Muranga. And then you go there as youth. You meet the youth who are there. You discuss those things. I agree with you. Tumepata kadi ndio. Tuko kadi ndio. Lakini tutumie kadi pia vyema. Think right, vote right. That is the whole issue. Yes. It's our
Poleli.
question.
This is Karuga Kamau. My question to you as the president by then, 27 post. In your last government, we had the issues about donor funding on health matters, specifically HIV and AIDS. So how unique, or rather how different are you going to do, bearing in mind we are having donor exit, so there's no funding to support these health programs, and we are the people who are at risk in terms of new HIV infections, sexual reproductive health, gender-based violence, and we can see there's withdrawal of funding. So how unique will you make sure that the government itself is able to sustain and run this program for the sake of our future? Thank you so much.
If we stop the wastage of public resources that we engaged in this country, I can swear to you today, even by the Bible, we have enough resources to sustain our development work. It is even a shame that we became independent 63 years ago, and now we are dependent on somebody to come and do something for us. Sure. Let me tell you something very small, very short, in 2 minutes. I was the escort of honor for President Kagame when he addressed the Council of Governors in Naivasha, which means I picked him from the airport and drove him to Naivasha to address the Council of Governors. I was so humiliated in that meeting when one of our governors asked President Kagame, how do you manage to clean Kigali? Sure. How is the Kigali clean? Where do you get the money from to clean the city so that Kigali is a very clean city? Kagame looked at him like this, and I could read his face. It's like he was saying, you must be really daft. He asked him a question, do you need money to sweep your house where you live? It's indeed a basic responsibility. So what money do you need to sweep your house? In other words, you see, let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, and listen to me very carefully. 50% of our problems have nothing to do with money. They have a lot to do with attitude, and especially bad management, making very bad decisions. What money do you need to run e-citizen properly? You are stealing money from it and so on and so forth. It is kind of nonsense that's going on. If we stop wastage, we have enough resources. I'll be aiming at reducing our dependence on these people by managing the public resources effectively. I want someone now from the back. The gentleman in a black jacket. Please give him the mic. And then I'll ask someone, then Salome. Okay, I'll take another 2 more. I know the interest is there, but I can take 2 more and then we save time. Okay, hold on. Let's listen to him. Then Salome, then maybe someone from here, and that's it. No. The gentleman, okay, fine. You and then the gentleman in a...
Comrades power! Comrades power! Comrades viva! Jubilee viva! Matiangi viva!
Question.
So, I just want to add something on top, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you.
Just 1 minute. Thank you for your time. Comrades, I'm the Comrade Solicitor Commander, and I'm becoming President, University of Nairobi, President. I would like to urge us to support Jubilee Party unconditional. And we are going to give Jubilee Party unconditional support. Comrades Kadi. Comrades Kadi. Wanasema tuko kadi na tujui tafanyia nini. Hiyo kadi kura yetu na kadi yetu tutaweka hapa Jubilee, au sio? And lastly, our incoming, we have comrades here, and comrades, we are suffering from only one disease. Comrades have a disease called Prader-Willi syndrome. In short, they have a disease of hungriness. They are very, very hungry. So, Mheshimiwa, you can see how you will sort them. Matiangi transaction. Matiangi transaction. Mheshimiwa, last but not least, question will come later. Last but not least, I would like you to support my presidential bid. I will mobilize 1 million youths to support us. This is our very own party. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, please be brief.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon again. I'm Nicholas Nyaga. I'm a student leader in Kenyatta University. And mine is to say, sisi wote hapa ni viongozi. As Mheshimiwa alikuwa anaongea akisema that kila mtu atafute watu 20, washikilie watafute watu wengine 20, and that's how the number grows. Mheshimiwa, I'm a student leader at Kenyatta University. I'm a very strong supporter of one term, and that has made me be an enemy of those guys who are singing two term. And I'm an incoming president. I'm an aspiring president in Kenyatta University. And currently, I visited my MP in his office. Akaniambia wewe tutakushikilia alafu utatusumbua. Kwa hivyo hatuwezi kusupport. So me, I will request as Jubilee, even if you will not support me, as Jubilee party, please tushikilie vijana Nyakopo University wenye wanasimama, because if those guys are empowered, they can also come together and also empower Jubilee as a party. Kwa sababu two term hawashikili vijana wenye wako one term.
Okay, I think in the interest of time, Salome, one question. Yeah. Please, 1 minute.
Actually, it's a concern. Good afternoon. I'm so happy about the regional caucuses. 2 weeks ago, I organized a Nakuru County Youth League meeting, and we have very great minds, and people are really willing to help you get the presidency. One issue we have is that mobility and a speaker. That is all, because we agreed. Like on 29th, we'll be having a sanitary drive in Waseges in Subukia. Sisi tunajituma. But the problem is, sasa tutenda mashinani, we want just that portable speaker where we can campaign for you as well when we go to support each other, and mobility. That is all we want, and we are ready to work for you. And I'm like, personally, I can even step down from my candidacy just to make sure you get to the presidency. So, because I need to focus on you getting there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, I think what to do is, okay, last one. Last one. I can answer all these at once.
The question, on His Excellency, is one based on something that is concerning aspirants. This is the issue of merchandising and marketing for us ourselves. We are asking you how it is that we can supplement the efforts that have been put forward by us as aspirants, secondly by us as Jubilee supporters. My name is Dr. Joseph Geshui Kariuki. I am the incoming Member of Parliament for Juja. And as much as this was it was supposed to be a kitchen cabinet setting to support the aspirants and give us your ideas, marketing is key, and the way we should support each other is also key in us winning this seat. So how is it that we get the merchandising and the cooperation of the party to synchronize with our efforts on the ground?
All right, thank you very much. Now, let me tell you, I know that because this is our first meeting, logically, we won't exhaust everything we want to do on the first. You can see the rationale for having regional caucus meetings, because there we're able to focus more on the regional issues, have more time to answer questions and deal with the issues we need to deal with, and move forward. Number one, about all those questions that were asked about support, as a party we will do our best to the farthest extent possible that our capacities allow to support those of our youth who are engaged in activities. As I said, I'm going to discuss with the people in my presidential campaign to see how we can support the youth caucus. I mean the student caucus and other activities as we go forward. As for the aspirants, those of you who are running, of course when you have gone through the nomination process and you have become our candidate, it now becomes a joint responsibility between you and the party to win the seat. In many of the jurisdictions, we have 5, 6, 7 people interested in the seat. Let us walk the journey to fike mahali tumemaliza nomination, and I think I can promise safely on behalf of my colleagues from NEC who are here that we intend to safari to have really robust, free and fair nomination processes, so that when the nominations have been done and you have been nominated, you are now formally a candidate, then now we begin working on how we build that relationship as we move forward together. On the question of merchandise and, working together to support you. First, we, as a party, and I think it's policy, I'm not making a mistake done, we don't have a problem with our candidates producing merchandise, because if they need any guidance on branding and so on, they can get that from the Executive Director's office and the members of NEC. So what many candidates have been doing, you don't have to wait for the party headquarters to provide merchandise for you. If you go to Nakuru, you can print your t-shirts, you can print your capes, put your name on it. You are a Jubilee candidate. We don't restrict. Actually, we have a no restriction policy on merchandise, so that you know there's nothing wrong. You don't have to wait. When we are having major drives, we will, of course, have done, and the team in the office do some merchandise, but we also do this by allowing everybody to produce and or do merchandise as they can. Finally, Salome, the reason why I talked about this caucus of the Youth Leadership Caucus is so that now we go to the nitty-gritties like you have asked. Because you see, quite frankly, in a setup like this, because I would like to have, for example, like when we do on the regional caucuses, we would like to develop a template. You know, what happens in the meetings? How do we keep our data? What do you need as a regional caucus? You need a speaker, you need what? When you're holding your meetings, what happens there? How do you conduct meetings? So that we develop a template. That's why I said the council that the NGO is going to put up of leadership, this council is going to work on all those things, give us the nitty-gritties and come up with templates for regional activities for the youth and youth involvement as we go forward. So, Wangwana, let me tell you, tumeanza hii safari. Safari hata kama ni ndefu inaanza na step ya kwanza. Tumechukua hatua ya kwanza. Sasa kuanzia hapa, hata mimi to be a sensible person and to make sense in this, I have to be guided and to be led by my colleagues on this team. And my colleagues here are led by Angel Mbuthia. Angel is going to develop this program we've done. And then you tell me, mimi nimesema, I take seriously this issue of the regional caucuses. I would like to attend. Sitafanya excuses ya kusema we're busy doing what? I mean, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm campaigning. So, I am ready to be your partner. And I'm inviting you also to be my partners. Partners for transformation and real change, not just change, real change for Kenya. And partners for clean government. We'll go forward if we do the right thing for our country. But again, as I said, all of it underpinned by very strict principles of decency, peace, and the focus on the stability and future of our country. Kwamba sisi, we don't support goons, and Jubilee doesn't pay goons, and we don't have goons. We want a country that we can be proud of, all of us, as we move forward. So I thank you so much for your time. And I promise you that by the grace of God, this is going to be my life. I will be with you. Tutatembea pamoja. And when you go, my last ask of you is one. Tafadhali muniombee kura. Mwambie muniombee kura. Na nyinyi nawaomba tafadhali kwa hisani yenu. Mukifikiria hii maneno, mukiyatafakari, mjue kwamba nimeandika application. Hiyo application nimesema, dear sir, now sir, it's yourselves. Nawaomba, reference ni Presidency of the Republic of Kenya. Na nimeandika mambo yote na CV yangu iko hapo mnaiona. So, yours faithfully. Muniangalie application yangu iko mbele yenu. When you are looking at the other applications, muangalie yangu pia. And I promise you, if you favor me so much with that opportunity, I will make you proud.